Hey, Jessica. Good afternoon, Henderson, Kentucky. This is Bill Rhodes up at the Gathering Place, 270-827-2948. We are launching our second annual Support a Senior Telethon with our focus on Meals on Wheels this year. So don't be shy. Grab your telephone, call in at 270-827-2948, and make your donation. We have a wonderful program tonight. Got a few incentives that for those that donate, so it's going to be a fun night. I have with me on the broadcast Jessica Bevan, who is the executive director of Home Place of Henderson.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here this evening, to be with you again this year for our Support a Senior Telethon sponsorship drive. We, leading up to this event, we always get really excited, not only for raising funds for such a worthy cause in the community, but because we get to have a little fun while we do it.
We get to have a little fun while we do it. So if you're listening by radio, that's awesome. But you can also watch us live on our Facebook feed. If you go to WSON's Facebook page or the Gathering Place, we'll be sharing that feed there. Make sure when you get on there that you smash that like button and that share button, and get that feed out to all of your friends and your family, and that way we can get these phones ringing off the hook. We got a few things that we're going to give away too, aren't we, Jessica?
Yeah, we do. We have very good things this tonight that have been donated to us. So we have the Habitat for Humanity 5K race. We have 5 different codes that will give people the ability to participate in that race at no cost. So
awesome.
It's a family of 5 individuals can do that. Also, we have the Home Place of Henderson. We donated a basket.
All right.
Everything in that basket is for Henderson, Kentucky events and things that they have here in town.
Mm-hmm.
We have the Henderson, Kentucky logos. We have T-shirts. We have a blanket that represents the Henderson County Colonels.
Ah.
So that basket is worth $100 or over $100.
Did you maybe have stopped in there at the depot and picked a few of those things up?
I picked a few items
right.
up.
So some of this swag that's out there in this basket, if you don't get that, you can go down there at the intersection of Water and First, and you go to the old depot and get some of that Henderson swag and get it on there. We also have another thing. If people like, I don't know very many people, but they might like movies. I don't know. I think some of the people are shaking their heads at me. Yeah, they like movies.
Yeah.
So we got a little basket in there. We got a $25 gift card to Showplace Cinemas, and it's in a bucket of microwave
all
popcorn,
kinds of goodies.
all kinds of snacks.
Like who doesn't like candy and popcorn and
my wife and I we donated that because we thought, man, everybody likes to go to the movies, so we just.
Well, now we can go back to the movies, with everything that's
right.
going on now, and things have improved some.
That's right.
We went and watched a good movie not long ago. That it's just nice to be back in the theaters with our friends and our family and just be with one another.
COVID kind of put a snag on things, but we're up and running.
Well, and I don't want to forget the UK basket.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one.
Everyone
no, I'm just kidding.
on this air, WSON is the where everyone we broadcast the Cats games and obviously other items as well. And so we have a UK basket at the end of the evening. It doesn't matter what type of donation. That's where we want to communicate with our community. It doesn't matter if it's $5. It doesn't matter if it's $10. It doesn't matter whatever you can give.
Okay.
Our big thing tonight is at the end of the night, for everyone that gives, you'll be in a drawing for 2 home game UK basketball tickets for the 2023-2024 at Rupp Arena.
At Rupp.
Hey, we had the #1 recruiting class again this year, like every year.
As always.
But
hopefully we don't make an early exit next year. I'm just throwing it out.
So for us, it's huge. It's good to be here again this year and talk about such good Meals on Wheels and the program that we are talking about this evening to raise funds for.
Yeah, I'm glad you kind of circled back around to that because that's why we're here tonight. Our goal tonight is to raise $25,000 to benefit our Meals on Wheels program, our homebound homebound meal program, and you can do that by calling it 270-827-2948 to make your pledge, make your donation. Any amount will help us push the ball a little bit further. And we've already raised, before this even started, we've raised about $4,000 already. So we're roughly 20% already to our goals, and so we're doing really well already. But some of the reasons that we're doing this is because, of course, as a nonprofit, there's a fundraising leg that we have to come up with shortfalls. I mean, we do get some assistance from state and federal dollars, but everything else either comes from grants or us raising the funds ourselves.
Absolutely.
So that's what we have to do, and so what we're going to use those for, or if you can see, if you're on our streaming video, you can see in front of us, we actually have staged in front of us some of the packaging materials, actually a lot of the packaging materials that we use.
Yep.
If you'll look to my right and your left, if you're looking at us, you're going to see our paper soup cups, portion cups, the film that's in the rolls behind it, the fiber trays that we put in there, some plastic trays. There's all kinds of different things. And in front of me, our congregate meals. We also do congregate meals every day.
Every day.
250 days a year. So we'll serve about 10,000 congregate meals. We'll serve roughly 35,000 homebound meals a year. And so we really have a lot of need there, but I know that this community will reach out and they'll help us with that.
Yeah, I think people, Bill, I know you live it every day, and those that are employed that are kind of the face of the individuals that get the homebound meals. I think it's important for our community to recognize the fact that it's not just meals. It is the friendly visits. It's the relationships that these individuals have, and without this program, these homebound seniors would not only go without a meal, but also without that friendly face, just reminding them that someone is there to support them, someone is there to listen to them, and ultimately the meals go a long way. It provides such a nutritional value, but it's also about just the faces of these people that go in and out every single day, yourself included, and your team, that support this program. It's a worthwhile, not only it's I can't say enough about it myself, but I do know that there's a lot that goes into it. There's
lots of time. I actually got on this morning on Facebook, did a quick live of before everyone got there, before the food came and before all the staff came. They were already getting ready. We have one of our drivers that started getting things out and start preparing for the day. So there's lots of behind the scenes prep that goes into it. And one of the things that you touched on that I would like to kind of expand on a little bit is there is this leg that is really important, and we don't want to just run over it too quick because it is about meals.
It is,
but it's also about contact and personal contact, and having someone. Part of this program is to have a face-to-face contact with our seniors every day that we deliver to. It does a few things. It lets them know that they aren't isolated. They're not by themselves. But sometimes things happen. Sometimes falls, and here the phones are ringing. There you go. Don't. I
was going to say, wait a second. You know what we haven't plugged?
That's what.
The phone number.
How did that happen? 270-827-2948. 827-2948. That's right.
Call us tonight because we're here for a good cause.
We are.
We're here to give back. It's a one-time donation, whatever's affordable for you and your family. But any small amount goes a long way.
It does not matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's $5, if it's $5,000. I know there are people in our community who can write one check, and we could meet our goal right now.
That's
and
exactly
if you want to, go for it, because we will definitely appreciate that. But I don't want people to think that a large amount is more valuable than a small amount. Every penny counts. So don't forget to call in at 270-827-2948. But kind of circling back to getting to this thing. Sometimes there are issues in the senior's home. They could have fallen at the night because a lot of them use mobile devices, like rollators or walkers and things like that. They could have tripped, and they could have been. And we have actually been part of the care leg that has got them emergency help because they've been in the floor for, overnight, and maybe sometimes it could be over the weekend. So, it's important. Some don't even have a loved one or a caretaker close by. They're maybe a few states away, because sometimes children, they move out, and so there's lots of things behind it. It's not just about a meal. So, but anyways, I just want our audience to know that any donation is helpful to us. And that number again is what? I don't even remember what it was.
270-827-2948. And
okay.
I think it's also important that when we were, we had done so many, but I think the number speaks for itself. Mm-hmm. If you put 35,000, you think about that, right? And you think about that's the amount of individuals this year who will receive a meal through Meals on Wheels.
Yes.
35,000, the impact that has on people when you're talking about the way to spend $50. I go out every night to go out to dinner, right?
Yes.
And if I don't spend that $50 at a local restaurant in Henderson, but instead I take that $50 and support 35,000 homebound seniors, my money feels a lot more. It just goes further.
It does.
I can go out and eat any night because
you're going to be hungry again in about 8 hours.
Yes, but I'm going to say tonight and call 270-827-2948 and realize that $50, I'm going to sit at home tonight and have a ham sandwich because I would prefer that my money go to a good cause. And I know that our community and the people listening this evening have big hearts.
Yes.
They care.
Yes, they do. I love this community.
And they want to know how to do that, and this is how we do that. We do this annually, and tonight is the evening that we support this cause. And anytime that we can get donations and to bring awareness to this, it's important. And so that's the main reason. So go through, Bill. I know 35,000, but let's go over the focus and the things that people want to call and give this evening.
So some of the focal points that we want to make sure that everyone is aware of as they call, or they can actually give online at tgphenderson.org, and they can hit that donate button, or they can do it through Facebook. But some of the things that some of the statistics that I'd like to kind of let people know that, like we said, there'll be over 35,000 homebound meals delivered this year in the next 12 months. Also, around 10,000 meals will be served here at the gathering place in the basement, our congregate meals. And kind of here's what the breakdown is. So people say, 25,000, but how's that broken down? Well, I'm glad that you asked, because our trays and our film that you see in front of us, and I may, in our third segment, I think I may try to do a demo and show you all kind of what we do and how it's done. So our trays and our film, they're roughly 39 cents out the door. So that's about $13,650 annually is what it costs for us to get the food tray and the film that seals them on top. Our soup bowls and film are roughly 24 cents. That's another $8,400. Our little bread bags that we use every day, there's some sort of bread, either a roll, sliced bread that goes out. That's a nickel a bag per year. And we can't forget our personal protective equipment and our cleaning supplies that go along with it. That's another $5,000 a year. So really, in essence, it's really a little bit more than $25,000. It's about $28,700 is what it will cost to get those 35,000 meals out on the road this year. Plus, there's some other transportation costs, but we're focused on the packaging materials this year. You can give a donation of any size, 270-827-2948, and you can call. We got operators standing by right now.
Wanting to get those phone ringing. It's a good thing.
And don't forget the incentives that we have. We've got restaurant gift cards. We have local Henderson merch basket. We got a UK basket. Any size donation gets you in there. And also, there is also another incentive that I threw in there.
What?
We have on the table in just a few minutes. We're going to take a quick picture of it as we describe it of our donation table. We have a local artist, Ginger Adams, has painted this wonderful floral picture. It is wonderful. It was donated. It is gorgeous.
Yes, it's beautiful.
We're taking drawings. So what we're gonna do is everyone that donates tonight, and here's the phone ringing. Everyone that donates tonight will be entered into the chance to win that
drawing
acrylic,
or that painting. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So everyone that calls and donates any amount will have a ticket thrown into the pot. And on May the 4th, if you have any Star Wars fans out there, and there's a reason that I did it that way, May the 4th be with you, so I won't forget. And so we're going to draw that out, and it's going to be for.
I do. My mom's giving us voice signals.
She
sure
is.
She's
Giving us.
Well, the thing is that she's telling me is we are having a little bit of the Gathering Place Facebook Live issue, but we're trying to work it out. It will happen by later. Okay. But this is our favorite part of the night.
All right.
We have a challenge.
Oh, already?
Already at 5:40. This came in 4 minutes ago.
That's early, and that's
quick. It is early.
Okay.
So, our good buddy that used to be at WSON, The Voice.
Oh, no.
Bill Steven Stark.
Bill himself?
My buddy, yes. He has winged a challenge.
Okay.
All of our county officials, our magistrates, and our current magistrates to call tonight.
Okay.
270-827-2948. We're on live through WSON, both on the radio and on their live feed.
Okay.
To call in this evening and make a donation for this cause.
That's awesome. Thank you, Bill.
Yep.
We have I always had a lot of fun with Speak Up with Bill on there, and I love having the challenges. Mm-hmm. And speaking of, there's already been some businesses that have donated. This year. We did a mailer a couple weeks back, and we have businesses that have donated, like Benton and Glunt. One of our local funeral homes. They're wonderful supporters. One of the granddaughters of one of our members comes up here. Yep. They donated $500. Colonel Jim's bring $500. I mean, it's incredible. We have individuals. Julia Smith, $400. It goes on and on and on. We have Beverly Clymer used to work for
we love
she
Beverly.
Donated $300. Miss Renisa Abner, $100. Pascal and Elaine Benson. Yeah, some of you listening may have been in behind the wheel with Pascal there.
He's a good guy. They may have danced with them at some point too.
You never know because they come up on Saturday nights.
Yep.
They sure do. Sheldon Booz, one of our board members, he donated $100. Yep. Gwenda Chesser, $100. Winetta Cole, $100. My Aunt Shirley Crowder, all the way from Greenville, Kentucky, donated $25. Not even in the community, and she just called up and said she said, you know what, I'm gonna donate, and she mailed in a check. Holy Name donated $100. We thank you so much for that. Life Plan Investments, $200.
Hamilton.
That's right. Patty.
No, that's not. I apologize. Life Plan Investments. I'll think of her name, but she is a good friend of mine. I'll work on it. Keep going. Okay, that's awesome.
Let's see here. We got Patty and David Mitchell, $100. Richard Nolan, $100. Miss Connie O'Leary, our faithful secretary, treasurer, she gave $100. Richard Dolman, $100. George Pritchett, $100. Mr. Roy Pullum, another one of our board members. My sweet mama, Judy Rhodes, she gave $100. Buddy and Velma Sheets, one of our faithful members came. Miss Sarah Weimeyer, she's one of our board members, $100. Yep. And I would like to throw out a challenge.
Go ahead.
If there is not, if we have board members that are listening or watching this Facebook Live, call in at 270-827-2948 and make a donation.
Make a donation.
Make a donation. You know what? Leaders lead, and this is what we need. The leaders of our board. I know that we have wonderful board.
Wonderful, compassionate, involved board members, and this is a perfect time for them to give and take a moment to be a part of this wonderful event.
We've teed the golf ball up high. All they got to do is swing and hit it.
Yep, go ahead,
And so Diane Wright, our receptionist, gave $100. Miss Sarah Zeman, one of our members, she gave $20. And I think a friend of yours, Julie Sebastian, she called in and gave $20. She said, "Is it time? Is Jessica there?" And I said, "No, it was like 3 o'clock." And I said, "But I tell you what, I'll take your donation."
Julie and I go back. We were at the hospital when I was getting started. good, and I spent some time there at the hospital. She's wonderful.
Is that right?
So we don't want to forget, though, that Bill Stevens Starks, I just want to call him out again, because Bill Stevens is I know it. And he did so much, and not only for us in the community, but obviously has taken the initiative to send a note out to all our local county officials, magistrates, just to take time this evening, call the phone. We have people waiting. We got 2 on the line, 1 waiting to get a call at 270-827-2948.
That's right.
Before you go for dinner or before you go into whatever you've got going this evening, make a phone call. Support the local senior center in our mission to serve and support our homebound seniors.
Here comes your mom with another note. Here
she
comes.
Oh, we have another one. This is
another
awesome.
Challenge?
Yes.
All
right, so we have county officials being
challenged.
Yeah, but guess who else?
I have no idea. You're going to have to let me know because I don't see the notes in your hand.
People who see the mission each day. So they're up here. They're actually members, and they see they see what you all do day in and day out to support the individuals that not only come but those that are in home.
Okay.
Shirley Van Bussum.
Shirley Van Bussum?
Yes! Now listen, this is her challenge.
Okay, here's the challenge.
She is challenging all of the bingo players.
All bingo players, and that's a lot of you.
To call tonight to 270-827-2948.
Okay.
Get on board with the donations coming in to support our homebound individuals. As you can see here, I want to go back to the amount of the program that you all do here for Meals on Wheels. The things that go into the size of the meals, the way that the program works, to support all the PPE and the equipment that go through this program tonight with your donation will go support 35,000 homebound seniors.
It's an incredible thing. And we actually, of course, as a nonprofit, you get used to stretching your dollars.
Yes, you do.
You really do.
Yes, sir.
So we also, if we have any leftovers at the end of the day after we have done our meals and we have done our congregant meals that we've served, we actually freeze those meals and we give those out for like a long holiday weekend.
Yeah.
So they can and so in a forward segment, we're going to actually show you what that looks like. We got one that we're going to show you, and hopefully in our third segment, I'm going to actually demonstrate. And I'll need some voiceover on that because I'll be away from the microphone.
But I'll do it. I'll be here for you, babe.
I will demonstrate how we bag our bread and how we seal the cups. If you're actually looking at the live feed, you'll see some materials out in front of us, and these portion cups is what we put our fruit and different things in, and the trays that you see in front of us is where the meal goes. So if you give us a call at 270-827-2948, most important, just call and make a pledge. Don't forget, we do have incentive prizes every half hour. We're going to do some drawings. I think our first drawing we're going to
do here really in just about 9 minutes.
Yeah, about 9 minutes we're going to do it. And I think we're going to do the restaurant. Are we doing?
Yeah, so I think so the way we've got all of these wonderful donations this evening, and so we're going to start out with doing a restaurant type gift card drawing. So the ones that have donated prior to this evening, the ones that have given thus far this evening will be put into a drawing, and so that individual will be announced. And the way that we're going to do this is you will be announced, and all you have to do at your convenience is come up to the senior center. If you don't know where we're located, if you're familiar with the Atkinson Pool, if you're familiar with just the Elm Street location, it's on 1413. That right? No,
1817 North Elm Street.
North Elm Street.
Right across from the Elms apartment building and next door adjacent to the pool, which is getting ready to be open because I saw them out there pressure washing it today, getting ready to fill it up.
It's crazy. It cannot get over. It's Easter and time is moving past.
It is going real fast. So don't forget, get on the telephone, 270-827-2948. You can also mail your donation in at P.O. Box 1243, Henderson, Kentucky, 42419, so it gets to our post office box. And you can, any size donation is appreciated and very much. We know that it's sacrificial. We know that the economy is not the best as it could be, so we know that every dollar counts for every household.
Absolutely.
And we do not take it lightly that you sow into our the program into to our cause, because we know that it's such a valuable thing for us to be able to, the food security alone that it provides our seniors, because we have a lot of our seniors that the only person that they see every day
is the driver. Exactly right.
So and a 2-day weekend, it feels like a month sometimes to them, because I can't wait to see you again.
Absolutely.
So,
I think that is what I really want to get across to folks is that yes, it's the meals, and yes, it's the we're meeting so many avenues of what these individuals need, but it's also about the personal touch, the individuals that go out.
Yes.
I work in senior care. This is no news to me, but we see and we know that the support of having a nutritious meal for someone that may have some other fall or illnesses going on.
That's right.
It's so important, and not only are these individuals getting a meal, but they're also gaining a friend.
That's right.
And that's the one thing that I think is more important than anything.
I agree.
Is that you all don't only do meals. Let's talk about the services. Let's talk about, we do bingo, we do congregate meals, we do telephone reassurance, we have card games, we have the pool, pool tables.
There's another. The phones are ringing. Don't forget 270-827-2948.
Yeah.
One of the things that we have a transportation program that has been built. Our transportation specialist, Kim, she takes people to the bank, to doctor's appointments. All you have to do is you could call that same number, 270-827-2948, ask for Kim to schedule a ride. That is a huge benefit to the citizens in the Henderson City and County. Anywhere in the county limits, we can schedule a ride to take you. That program runs from 8 to 2 every day, Monday through Friday, except for some holidays in there. But that's something else, not because there are a lot of people that have lost their ability to drive.
Yes, they have.
Maybe it's because of medical conditions. Maybe it's because they just don't have a car anymore, or whatever the case may be. So that's another benefit that a lot of people don't even know about. Kim, she will transport 100, 125 people every month.
I know.
It's crazy how many she stays so busy, and she has worked so hard for us, and she cares a lot about the seniors that she has made friendships with, and
those friendships not only are they're forever.
Yes.
I think that's the one thing in all of our cases, no matter what is we strive for, is striving to make an impact.
That's right.
Strive to do a different.
That's
try to make changes. Try to figure out how many people you can impact throughout your life. And part of this program is the impact that it has.
Yes.
They think about the fact that sometimes we don't know where their meal's coming from until they get on Meals on Wheels.
We just don't know.
And, they worry about being a burden on people. That's the one thing we hear most often from the population.
That's right.
And so you're not a burden. It's part of what we strive to do in making a difference, not only with meals, not only with relationships, but transportation.
That's right.
Having a friend to call, to come up and pick you up, to come play hand and foot.
There you go.
Come do the things not only for Meals on Wheels, but the program that you have here. What do we say? We don't want this place to be a secret anymore.
That's right. I don't want it to be a hidden gym anymore. I want it to be out there. I want to get a ring set, since we're talking about gyms, and put that dude on a ring set, and I want it to be seen everywhere, because some of the reasons that we do this, not only is we give meals, but we bridge the gap.
We do.
We bridge the gap between seniors so they don't feel isolated anymore.
That's right.
Because a lot of them feel that way, especially after we've gone through a couple years, 2.5 years or so of the pandemic and all the shutdowns and things.
Yep.
They feel so isolated. They feel so disconnected from everything. And even though we have been open for about 1.5 years, 2 years, it's still really important that we continue to lay those bricks back down and to fill those gaps in, because we bring the community to their doorstep.
We do.
We bring it to their doorstep, and we're getting really close to this next one. But
okay, so we have 31 people. So I want to do we have any more names that have been turned in, like the cards? So we can go ahead and do our first drawing for the gift cards, restaurant gift cards. I want to say this, restaurant gift cards tonight, are from Golden Corral, Applebee's, and Subway. So you're going to get 3 gift cards. Your names will always be included. This is just part of saying thank you.
Just
you
a way
know?
of saying thank you.
We know that no one does it.
It's not why you call in.
No,
we know that,
we
but
know,
it's something that we want to give back some to the community. So don't forget, call 270-827-2948. And I think Jessica is going to read some of our donors.
Yeah, I think we should. I think tonight.
And then we're going to make a drawing, and then we're going to go into our next segment here with another one of our board members.
You want to tell them who's coming up next?
I think I will.
Go ahead.
I think Mr. Roy Pullum. There he is. He's in the wings right
ready.
now. He's got his thumbs up. He's ready to go. So,
and then we got Sheldon Moose.
Yeah, I know Sheldon's in there. I knew he was in there. There he is. 2 of our wonderful board members. Go ahead, Miss Jessica.
So we have individuals, Steve and Wendy Casey, good friends, great people. They have donated, and they've donated $100.
All right. I forgot my bell.
Yep.
I need it.
We need a bell.
It's in there. I'll get it. For
Our good buddy, Shirley Van Bosom.
Van Bosom,
$25 donation.
Thank you, Miss Shirley.
She is, again, telling all those people out there that come to the gathering place to play bingo to call in tonight.
Challenge. That's right.
Jessica Bevan, me and my husband made a donation.
All right.
Bill Stephen Starks also made the donation
and threw down a challenge, too.
And threw down a challenge.
All you county commissioners.
D. Schnocky.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, D. Schnocky's called in a donation as well.
All right.
Leanne Bana has called in a donation as well this evening.
Nice.
Gina Miller has made a donation.
All right.
Julie Sebastian we had mentioned, and then Butch Putman. Butch
Mr.
and Debbie
Butch. All
Putman.
Right. All
so
right.
he took that challenge.
All right.
He's not only a board member, but he's also a magistrate.
He's also a magistrate, so he got the double thing. So I think we probably need to make a drawing.
Yeah,
maybe.
Pick a number between 1 and 37.
Okay, it's my birthday, 17. That's 17. What I'm doing, number 17.
4, 5, 6.
So while she's counting, 270-827-2948. Call. Don't let those phones sit idle. We want you to call. We got plenty of people to answer the telephone. So
Buddy
who is
and Velma Sheets.
Buddy and Velma Sheets then got themselves some restaurant cards.
Yeah!
I will give them to them tomorrow. That's
all right.
Awesome.
They got them some gift cards.
Stay tuned as we transition into our next slot. We're don't forget 270-827. Just because we're not on the air, 270-827-2948. Operators are standing by, and we will see you very, very shortly here on WSON.
Thank you, guys.
It's tough to follow up. You guys are giving away stuff.
I know.
Y'all giving away stuff.
In the sheets here is the talking points. Okay. If you'll flip through there, you'll kind of see what we're giving away. Where you can kind of mark off the restaurant one. And you guys will do wonderful. You all did great last year. You all take
You tell us when we go.
Alrighty, I'll let you know. Just put your headset on, and we'll plug you back in.
You ready for us to start?
Okay.
Good evening. This is Roy Pullum, and I'm with my good friend Sheldon Booz.
Hey, Roy.
We're together here to try to push the people to support our Meals on Wheels program. If you want to make a donation, call 270-827-2948, and they'll get good people to answer you. to answer you and get your name in for the drawings, and also to help out the people here in the community who can't get out and come in to eat. You know, I'm on the Salvation Army board, and we have a feeding program. Our people come in and they eat, but there's some people that can't, and they're out in the community. And one of the things that we need to be concerned about is the war on hunger. And this Meals on Wheels program helps out in that regard. They pick up the slack, and between the two organizations, they feed a lot of people in this county. I was surprised when I talked to Hazel Book over at the Salvation Army when she was working there. She said she had some people that come in and eat every day that had as little as $652 of Social Security, and that's all they had to live on for a month. And when you pay for food and medicine, that's not a lot. But the people get their meals from here or at the Salvation Army. They don't go hungry. And the thing is about it is we're very proud of our Meals on Wheels program here at the Gathering Place.
And I think, Roy, Bill was mentioning earlier, and Jessica, that here in the Gathering Place, down in the cafeteria, they serve about 10,000 meals a year to people, seniors, I'm assuming mostly, that come in and enjoy a hot meal. And then, of course, the 35,000 meals that are part of the Meals on Wheels, for those are pretty much homebound, I believe, throughout Henderson County. So you're right. There's a lot of people who can't get out, whether it's transportation, as far as not having transportation, or not having the health to get out and drive in, especially if they're out in the county areas. It makes it obviously much more difficult to do that. And I know Bill also mentioned earlier in the previous segment that a lot of times these Meal on Wheels, the drivers go in to the homes and deliver the meals, and a lot of it is social. You know, it's a social interaction time.
Well, you know, I know I've talked to some of the drivers who said they've gone in and seen people in really bad shape, and they got them treatment. The thing, there are several things that there was a study done, and it was in Psychology Today, that said that this elderly are having many problems because depression led to a lack of socialization. And if the only person you see during the day is a Meal on Wheel person, that's something.
Yes.
And there's a true relationship between the drivers and the people that they see. And the one thing about this whole program that I'm proud of is Bill has tried to add new people to our program.
Yes,
we have a certain number of meals, and we're trying to go over that because we want to serve the community more, and we want to do the things to make this town just a little bit better. And you know, some of the people the most written off are seniors, and that's a shame. That, you know, but we don't write anyone off. We don't discriminate. We will go anywhere in this county and take meals to people.
That's true. And I know you had mentioned just when we first got started your involvement with Salvation Army, and some people may not know, but I was the executive director of the Henderson County Family YMCA for nearly 26 years and just retired recently. But the relationship there is still, it's a nonprofit like the Gathering Place. You know, you do have to raise a certain amount of money every year to keep, you know, a lot of your programs, and this one is earmarked for the Meals on Wheels mainly, and it's just something that has to be done. Henderson County has always been a generous county, city, towns throughout Henderson County. And as Bill and Jessica mentioned earlier on, you know, our donation sheet here, we can see donations $100, but we also can see $5 and $10 and $20. So it doesn't matter if you can just get on that phone. If now's hopefully a good time for you, you can get on that phone. It's 270-827-2948. Our operators are standing by. I think there's one or two that are still available, so you won't probably have to wait to get answered. But all the donations are important. When we were raising scholarships for like summer day camp, and Roy, you were such a big drive, and of course started the program, the third grade swim program that I know the Y is looking to bring back with the new CEO, and that will be a great thing for the community through some of the other service clubs that are going to step up and give those donations. So it does make an impact. It's critical. We just kind of probably sometimes think in today's society that everybody has food, like you mentioned, or has access to it, or has enough money to buy it. And with inflation now, throughout our area and around the country, obviously, the dollar doesn't go as far as it used to.
Right, and a lot of people think that when they think of Senior Citizen Center here, the gathering place, they think of basically cards and pool. But we're so much more than that. We provide rides to people, to the doctors, to the grocery store. We do our Meals on Wheels. We have veteran services that come here, and hearing services, and there's so many things that we do here. But the main thing that we're concerned about is the welfare and the well-being of seniors. Some of the most ignored people in the whole county, and there's so many. And we're trying to keep people home too. The nursing homes are full, and if they can have good nutrition to come to their house, they can stay home a little bit longer and maintain that household.
Yes. Yeah, and I know some of the things we want to make sure we do cover. We get talking about certain things, but there are some basic things we want to make sure that people understand, and that is that our focus for this year's fundraiser, Telethon, is to raise $25,000 for the Gathering Place's Meals on Wheels home-delivered program. Of course, our overall goal is to eventually get to $100,000 to help support that program. The funds are used to purchase packaging materials, supplies, and PPE for the next 12 months. Those things are not cheap, especially with inflation, now part of the cost. But funds will also be used for our congregate meal program where the seniors age 60 plus can come to receive a hot, delicious meal here at the Gathering Place at no cost to them. And, of course, those that are able to, they're asked if they can to maybe give a small donation of like $1.50 for the meals, but it's not required to eat.
But, we can't do this unless you help us, and we need the money for this program. And remember, you can call 270-827-2948. And if you're a senior, you can bring in your money here, and you can also join up and be part of the fun here. We'd love to have membership as well. And Bill is marking some money up. I love it when we get money marked up. What's the total now, Bill?
We are at $4,000.
All right.
$4,000.
Yes.
4,000 is nice, but it's a long way to 25,000, and it's a short time. So please get on the phone and let us reach our goal. We really need the money, and the seniors need the money. Every dollar you give is a dollar that goes to feeding somebody out there that's hungry. And I know a lot about that. When I was a kid, we were extremely poor, and I remember one Thanksgiving, all we had was parched field corn. And, that's why I got so involved with both the Gathering Place and the Salvation Army, is I know their intents and what they do. And as I've been here at the Gathering Place, and I am a member, and I did give my money, by the way.
Yes,
and I wish you'd give your money. But anyway, I use this for my heart therapy, and I'm very grateful for that. And they're very welcoming, and they do everything they can to make it work. But we need your money, but we also would love to have your membership. We have a lot of places where people can find that they can fit in. There's puzzles to be worked. There's cards to be played. There's pool to be shot. There's exercise to be done. There's puzzles to be made. There's just so many things up here, and dancing to be done. I mean, you name it, we'll do it. And if you come up with a good idea, we'll add that to our program.
Yep.
But the main thing we're interested in tonight is you calling 270-827-2948 and showing your love for the seniors in this community.
Roy, we've got some donations, I think, that haven't been read yet, so we just want to let the audience know, that listening audience know, that the following people have given. I believe Yvonne Peacock has
Wonderful
given
lady.
a very nice donation there, and Perry Berger, I believe, also from, looks like from Jasper.
Oh, my goodness.
So that's very nice when you get somebody calling in from not in the immediate area. And then Julie Sebastian from Henderson. So those are some of the most updated ones, I think, that we have. So it's great that people are giving, and all amounts, all levels, greatly appreciated.
But Sheldon, time is passing by.
Yes,
and,
it is. Yep.
Don't wait till the last minute to send your money in. They're sitting over there, and these ladies are great ladies, but they like to talk.
Yeah.
And they want to talk on the phone.
Yes.
So please call in and let them wish you well and take your money.
Yes. Yep.
Again, call 270-827-2948.
And Roy, as Jessica and Bill mentioned previously in the previous segment, we everybody likes some incentives, for I give a donation. It's nice that my name will be put in the pot, so to speak, for some giveaways. And I think every half-hour slot, those that have given, I think for that half hour, will be put in the pot for a drawing. And we've got restaurant gift cards from Golden Corral, Applebee's, and Subway. Movie night basket, Bill and Suzanne Rhodes. Basket from Home Place of Henderson. Habitat for Humanity 5K road race passes. The UK basket with UK swag, and 2 tickets to a home game at the famous Rupp Arena, donated by Patrick and Jessica Bevan. As an added incentive, each donation made to the 2023 sponsorship drive will be entered into the raffle drawing for an original floral acrylic by local artist Ginger Adams.
Well, that's wonderful.
Yes, it is.
Last year I won that trip to UK.
Did you?
It was a great game, and if you win that's a real bonus. But you can't win if you don't play.
Yes.
And if you play, it's $100 a lick. Or if you want to just donate some money, we'd be more than to do it. Now here comes our good friend Bill.
Yep.
Local artist.
Local artist.
Okay, there you go. That's a beautiful.
Any donation gets you in the drawing for this beautiful picture.
There's awards all throughout the night for those people who are generous enough to give. But we need it now because it's a short time, and we got a long way to go.
And I think, Roy, it says here, obviously donate to call the number, which you gave, 270-827-2948. But there's also the tgphenderson.org, and click donate to give, I believe is another opportunity for people to give. The reasons to give, been talked about previous segment, as I said, but here we go, we got some phones ringing, so please, we still got other ladies that are looking to answer the phone, so it's a straight call in if you want to. But the reasons to give, really, the whole bound, as you mentioned, the senior food security, that's critical. Our daily contact with meal drivers to be a connection to others for help in a friendly face. They become, to a lot of these seniors, especially the homebound ones, they become part of their family. And they look forward to seeing them on a regular basis. But many homebound seniors have no one to check on them daily. As Bill, I think, alluded to earlier, it's not unusual, unfortunately, it's not unusual for a driver to walk into a situation where someone has fallen, can't get up, and maybe has been there. Some
emergency.
Yeah, maybe he's been there for overnight, or unfortunately, maybe the entire weekend before they're able to get back and deliver the meals.
We want your money tonight, but if you can't give tonight, if it's a little bit tight, and you come into some money, anytime through the year you can come and give your money. But we really would love to have it tonight. We would love to be able to add more people to the list. There's an impossibility. It's an awful thing that so much is dictated by resources that you have. But if we have money in hand, we can add extra people. And we are going above and beyond other centers already, but we want to add more people. And you're a definite cog in this machine. Your giving makes it possible. So please call 827-2948, and the lovely ladies on the phone will be more than generous to let you know how much we appreciate you, and you might win a good prize.
Yes, yes. We talk about the people that will be reached. We mentioned the two magical numbers for this Meals on Wheels program. Over 35,000 homebound meals will be delivered in the next 12 months to Henderson County residents. Over 10,000 congregate meals will be served at the senior center here at the Gathering Place. The breakdown, why, it's always asked of nonprofits, well, why do you need the money? What's it going for? And of course, the breakdown, it seems sometimes fairly simple, and it's like, well, surely, a tray can't cost that much or whatever, but when you're doing 35,000 meals in a 12-month period, you've got trays, you've got film, they can be almost $14,000 a year. You've got soup bowls and also the film that goes over the bowl. That can be almost $8,500 a year. You've got bread bags. That's about $1,800 a year. And then you got PPE and cleaning supplies, which we do obviously need. That's $5,000 a year. So you can see that the total packaging and the PPE cost per meal is approximately 82 cents. And when, again, you pull out that 35,000 meals served in a 12-month period, you're almost getting very close to $30,000 a year.
Well, though, Sheldon, if we add more people, we add more cost.
This
and
is a really good candle show.
Uh-oh.
Our friends at Butler's Apothecary.
Butler's Appliance.
Has brought forward. So now we have another incentive, another reason for you to call in. Our friend Chris, he's actually on our board.
Yes, he is.
He's
Chris
actually
is.
a board member. He's donated 4 of these. I don't even know.
Yes.
I want to eat the wax.
Sniffing is free. If you want to win, you got to give your money.
Right. If you want to win these and get in the drawing,
that's right.
We'll have to have another drawing. I mean, that's another drawing. So
there we go.
270-827-2948.
There we go. Thank you, Bill.
I think Bill likes the camera. He just keeps running in.
Yep.
But he's been running a lot in the last few months, and he's done a wonderful job for us here at the Gathering Place. He's got a heart as big as Texas, and he wants to add more people to our Meals on Wheels. And you can have that heart too. You can have that big heart, and it isn't that much to ask. You can give what you can afford. But if you want to give more than $100, my goodness, we'll take it.
Yes.
It's not. There's no magic limit to it. But if one generous person wanted to donate $21,000, we would take that too. But
we would keep on going toward the $100,000 goal.
My goodness, we're here for as many as we can, and we could add so many more people with more money. Please help us out. It's. Bagging is something I don't do very often, but tonight it's a good cause, and you need to be a part of it.
Yes. Yeah.
And put a smile on old Bill's face, because he likes that. He likes that money, and I tell you what, he husbands it well.
I was going to say, as board members, when we get the financial reports every other month, you're talking about every expenditure. I don't even know if I may have even seen something even under $1 that is in the financial report. So you get copies of all the bank statements, credit card, whatever, and then all the general expenses as well. But if someone's going to be able to stretch $1 into the value of maybe $3, it'll be Bill Rhodes, our executive director.
Well, I want to say this. I've been up here and I've been on the board for a long time, and you have too.
Yes, yep.
And I've not seen many charities that run as well as the Gathering Place.
Yes. This
Gathering Place is a good operation. It's a frugal operation, and one of the things, Sheldon, I'd be remiss if I didn't thank the fiscal court in the city of Henderson for everything they do for us. We could not do the things we do without the city and the county, and we got the city manager on our board, Buzzy Newman, and we got Butch Putman from the fiscal court on there, and those dudes, they work for us, and they make it possible.
Dylan Ward.
Ward, he does an excellent job, and we've got some really good people on our board, and two of the finest ones are Sheldon Booz and Roy Pullum, but we're not
Yeah.
going to brag on ourselves
No,
much.
no.
But we want you to call 270-827-2948. Make us happy.
Yes, and talking about making us happy, a couple updated donations. Barbara Jones, we know Barbara
Barbara
very
Jones.
well. Always a great
She's a
individual.
giver and a supporter.
Yep, she sure is. And it looks like Barbara Whitman
Oh, yes.
as well from Roberts. So all over, not just Henderson, city of Henderson, but all over the county is giving. And like you said, Roy, I mean, it takes a village, just like the old saying, it takes a village to raise a child. But in this case, it takes a village
To feed the old.
county to feed the number of people that we're responsible for feeding 35,000 meals over the course of a 12-month period.
But you know what, Sheldon? There's one group that we need to really praise for all they do for us is WSON.
Yes.
You know, WSON is a community radio station, and they've got some of the finest people, and they are a community radio.
Yes.
And they do what they can to help in every charity, but they've been very, very kind to the gathering place. And you know, we need to give credit where credit's due. And
Yes.
you know, they're donating their time, and they've got people up here working with us, and we're just really grateful that they're here because they believe in this community and they believe in feeding hungry people, and they're giving their time. So could you give some money by calling 270-827-2948, and we'll love you for it.
Yes, and I think, I can't remember which one that Bill mentioned earlier, but I believe there's some challenges out there. So hopefully, if you heard the challenge, you're in that profession, that career, that business, or if it's just family, challenging other family members, that would be a great thing to do.
You know, old Bill Stevens asked for a
Yes,
challenge, and Bill
That's
Stevens,
right, Bill Stevens, yes.
he helped us start this, and he worked at WSON forever. And I know there are a lot of people out there that love Bill Stevens. Now, why don't you call and give some money in that good fellow's name? Because he's done something for everybody. Now, do something for old Bill.
Yep.
Call 270-827-2948, and if you give a lot of money, you'll go to bed happy.
and so will a lot of seniors with getting, those total of 35,000 meals that are delivered on a 12-month basis.
Why 35,000? Can't we go to 40,000, Bill?
If they'll call in and give me money, I'll put more on the list.
There we go.
40,000,
There
folks.
we go.
Let's make it.
Yep.
But you can make it happen, but just calling and donating. And, you know, there's nothing magic about 35,000.
No.
But, you know, and there are people out there that could use it. And
Yep.
all we need is your help.
Yep. And I think, Roy, talking about WSON, I wanted to. Oh, wait a minute.
And another challenge, Sheldon.
Oh, another
Oh, challenges.
challenge. Okay. So the challenge is from Becky Harris. Is that right, Bill?
I believe so.
That's this one here, right here, I believe.
Make sure.
And
yes,
she.
Becky Harris.
Yep. And her challenge is it on the back there, Bill? I mean, not Bill.
The line
dancers.
from the gathering
All the
place,
line
all
dancers
the
from
line
the
dancers from the
yes, the line dancers from the gathering place.
Becky
Becky is asking that you accept her challenge, and if you haven't already called in, that you please do, and make your own donation.
If
That
you
would be
know
a
Miss
great thing.
Harris, make a donation.
Yes.
If you don't know her, get to know her and make a donation.
Yep. Yep. A couple more there.
And then
Roy.
there's Melissa Pinnell. It's donated $100. And if you
Very
know
nice.
Melissa Pinnell, you could make $100. And then there's Chris and Teresa Thomas who made $100.
Right.
These
right.
people are good, and you can be good too. Just make us out a check and call us and tell us that you love us.
I was going to say, Bill, Roy, before Bill gave me that updated donation for the challenge, is WSON, I think you mentioned Bill Stevens, Stark. I mean, obviously, just a tremendous asset here in the community. Was when I was with the Y for so many years, Speak Up and so forth was just a great thing, and I think they've moved on a little bit and are doing something on history or, excuse me, and that will be a great program as well. But with another media source, which I won't name, not able to, I guess the word is not able, not covering Henderson County as much as they used to in the past years. It really makes WSON stick out as something that we really need to do not take them for granted. I've listened to other radio stations in the western Kentucky area, and there isn't anybody better than WSON.
That's true. But there are thousands of people since the beginning of the gathering place that have come through this door. And if you've got a family member that has used the service of the gathering place, please consider making a donation. If your grandmother or your grandfather or your brother or your sister, or if you came, please give a donation. We need it. Again, 270-827-2948. Now, we got 2 minutes before they get better looking people on the radio. But if you, in that 2 minutes, why don't you do something for old Roy and Sheldon and call in at 827-2948. It's a magic number. You're feeding people.
And Roy, it's I hate to always throw the analogy back to YMCA, but they are the same type of thing. Is that the gathering place? You can say it's for seniors. I'm only 40 years old. I'm only 45, 50 years old. You may think you're not going to take part in the gathering place, and you can come any age, but, when I get 60, 65, I doubt if I'll be interested in attending the dances and coming up and socializing and being part of the organization in some form or fashion. But believe me, I'm a senior citizen now, and so I'm doing things that I never thought I would probably be doing 10, 15, 20 years ago, and it makes me much more appreciative of things that are here for the older population. And so please give. If you're not even close to being a senior, you're helping the ones that are benefiting now, but you yourself or a family member may be benefiting now or will in the very near future.
We're going to be here when you get to be 60 years old because we're planning for the future.
Yes.
We're planting the seed that will become a fruit tree for the future. And you can put that fruit on the tree by calling 270-827-2948. And we're going to close here just in a minute. But there'll be other people that'll come on, and they'll want your money too. But if you really are in a mind to give now, because we'd like to see them put that red on there and move that total up. And right now, it's a long way from the 25,000 we need. And we could add more meals, and we could feed more people.
Yep.
And we're going to do our level best, but we're counting on you. And without you, this won't work like it should work, and to the degree it can work. Like Bill said, he'll add some more people to the list, and we won't add the water to the beans to do it. We'll give good food. So call us in. And again, and this is the final time I'm going to say it, but I'm going to say it good and loud, 270-827-2948. And there's ladies over there sitting talking. They ought to be on the phone. Call in.
Roy, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure, and it's always great to serve the gathering place.
Sheldon, you're a good guy.
And we just have a lot of fun doing this, and just really hope the community, again, do not sit there at home or wherever you are thinking your $5, $10, $20 donation does not matter, because it does. And if you're able to give a much larger gift, as I said, we've seen gifts of $100, several $100 and more. If you're in that financial position, that's great.
But let me say this about our board chair, Jessica. Jessica has donated UK tickets. That girl has worked really, really well, and she's a tremendous board chair.
Yes, she
and
is.
We love her dearly. And if you love Jessica, call in at 270-827-2948. Jessica would really appreciate it. And you can go to the Rotary and you can tell her about it. And she said if the Rotarians don't come through, it'll be the first time in the history of Henderson County they haven't. So you Rotarians, call on in.
Sounds like a challenge.
But we're signing off now. Good night.
Good night.
We do okay, Bill?
You did great. You did great.
sometimes I think I come off a little bit corn pone.
What are we up to right now?
41. I have 41.
Somebody anybody get more than that? Do a random number. Mine's broadcast.
I'm talking about 41. That's how many people that
Good job, Roy. Good job.
donate. Yeah, I don't have the total. All I'm doing is just keeping track of the numbers. So somebody give a number between 1 and 41.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
23.
What?
23.
23.
All right.
All right, that's going to be Pam Mitchell.
Now, see, if I could have put my figure out what my number was. Some people call it honesty and some people call it dumb.
Always providing premier service on all key working products. So the next time you need tires or automotive repairs, see the team at 5 Green Street.
Yep.
WSON, W243CU, and W300ED, Henderson. Also WTKS, HD3, Newburgh, a service Henson Media.
Welcome back to 2023. Support us in your telethon here at the Gathering Place. Thank you so much. If you've called in and given a donation, we appreciate it. Well, we had a drawing while we were off air, and Pam Mitchell, you have won the family movie giveaway. It's a $25 gift card to Showplace Cinemas, and it's got a bucket full of candy that you can enjoy at your leisure. So, Pam Mitchell, thank you so much for your donation. I wanted to, during this segment, do something a little different. I checked the length on my headset because I'm going to step over just to the side. I've got a card over here because we're raising money for the packaging that you see in front of you. If you're watching on the video in the live stream, what we do is we get food every morning, 5 days a week, 250 service days a year from Central Kitchen, and it comes into us, and we package it individually in containers. What we do is we will portion those out, put them in the containers that you see before you there, and we will send it out in thermal bags that are there in front of you. We got red ones and we got blue ones. Some that we'll put ice in there. Some of them we'll put we'll plug them into 12-volt outlets in their vehicles, and they'll keep the food hot and safe. And one of the things that we use are these little portion cups, and so we have different sealers, and we have different food trays that we use them with. And so I actually took just off a camera. I'm going to stand up and pull it over here. I'm going to do a demo. So I'm going to be real careful and not pull anything off of the table here. So what we have here is our portion cups. These are 6 ounce. This is the cup we use. And what we'll do is this, and we'll put inside of this cup whatever it happens to be used for that day. Say it's mixed fruit or pudding or something along that line. And what we do is we'll put them in this cup. I've got water in there for right now just to kind of show you that there's something in there and just kind of how it operates. And what we do is we have our food carrier. This is our Oliver sealer. And what we do is we'll pull the film over it. There are little perforations there, and what we'll do is we count 1001, 1002, and we pull it up, and we'll separate it with our fingers, and now we can pull it up. And now what we have is a perfectly sealed cup of fruit or whatever it may be. And this is some of the ways that we will be able to seal meals and get them out to our clients all over the county of Henderson and the city of Henderson. And I was glad that Roy and Sheldon had brought up our partners at the city and county of Henderson. You can't ask for better partners. The city of Henderson provides this wonderful facility for us. They help us with the utilities and all the things they're part, and they still give us money to help in our operating costs because they believe, your city leaders believe, and your administration believe in helping feed seniors all over this county and the city. And I just wanted to kind of reemphasize what we're doing this year. I know that in last year we raised roughly $20,000 last year. I know we're getting close. They got another tote for me here in just a minute. But without you, without people in our community, we cannot do this. We cannot do it alone. I wouldn't even begin to think that we could. So we need, and another partner that I'd like to mention is our Henderson County United Way. They're a huge partner with us. Each year we have an opportunity as a nonprofit to apply for grant monies from them. Of course, they're just like any other nonprofit. If people don't give to them, they can't disperse it out into the community. So I would encourage you also is to be givers to the Henderson County United Way as well, because it helps us, it helps other similar nonprofits like ourselves to be able to do our mission and help. And together we work together, because if nothing else through the COVID pandemic, what we've done is we've learned to work together. We work together to stretch our dollars, stretch our resources. We're not islands. We're not by ourselves, and we realize that, and we only can do it with you and your help. So don't forget that when you call in at 270-827-2948, we have operators standing by right now. They're over there. I know that Roy and Sheldon were giving them a hard time about sitting over there chit-chatting, but that's okay. They're over there waiting for you to call in and to make your donation. There are a few challenges on the board. Don't forget the magistrates, all the county officials. Bill Stevens has challenged you all to give. We also have Shirley Van Bosom has challenged all the bingo players. Phone's ringing right now. They come up here on a daily basis to give and to meet that challenge. Also, we have our line dancing crew that come in here on Thursdays during the day from 1 to 3. They come in here and dance. You've been challenged to give. I also would like to kind of throw down just a little bit to some of our businesses out there. We've had some really wonderful partner businesses that have given, $300, $400, and $500. I'd like to challenge the rest of you to help your community and see the value in us. I hope that you do. I know that the soil that you're going to be sowing your seed into is very fertile soil, and it will produce a lot of fruit out of that. And so I hope that you all will see that we're a worthwhile organization. And I got somebody over here on the wings with some information. So what do we got over here?
Here's your sub code for this time, and then the total so far.
Oh, wow. All right. So they've given me, and I'll update this here in just a minute. But so far, the second half, we have raised an additional $430. So far in the first hour of our 2023 Support a Senior Telethon, you all have given almost $1,100. You've given $1,095. That's incredible. But I know that you all can do more. I know that you are a very generous community. Every time that I'm on the radio and have an opportunity to speak on Speak Up, I know that this community always responds. I know that times are tough for everyone, and I realize that your money is very, very very important to you, and I know that you really watch where it goes. But I do know this, that if you choose to give to us, we will steward that money to the best of our ability, and we will stretch it as far as we possibly can. And by you giving to us through our 2023 sponsorship drive, you're helping us be able to purchase in advance while prices are cheaper, buying all of the the packaging supplies ahead of time so we can put it in our storage and be able to not worry about shortages in packaging and things like that, because we don't everything is kind of susceptible these days, as we see that we're a little more vulnerable than we used to be. So we want to make sure that we have an opportunity to do that and buy as much of our supplies in advance as we can. So with saying that, we're going to do at the end of this drawing, at the end of this segment, we're going to do another drawing, and that drawing is going to be for a family of 5, Habitat for Humanity 5K. We're going to do the drawing for that. It's going to be a package for a family of 5 that they can go and they can enter for free. I don't know for sure if you have to run. You might be able to walk it. I don't know. But I would say that if you come in there, they're going to let you do whatever you want to do. But support the Habitat of Humanity is also another worthwhile cause. I know that Sheldon and Roy had walked over a little bit of what your money's going to and how it's dispersed. But what it boils down to, it costs us out of our pocket roughly between 80 cents and $1 to send that tray out the door, that we have to absorb that cost. And so the way that we do that is we do fundraisers, and we do. It's not just this. This is our major fundraiser for the year. But I would challenge you to, if you miss it and you heard through the grapevine after our telethon and after this particular day, go to WSON. The podcast will be archived. You can go to our Facebook page. You can go to WSON's Facebook page, and you can look at that footage, and you can find out how to give, all the different ways to give. They'll have it on the screen if you're watching live, but you can also call in at 270-827-2948 to make your donation tonight. Any amount is greatly appreciated, because, if anybody, I kind of like numbers because I deal with them all the time. Did you know if you doubled a penny for 30 days, it's over $1 million? So if you double a penny to 1 penny day one, 2 pennies next day, 4 pennies, 8 pennies, and you work that out, it's over $1 million. So don't tell me that pennies don't matter. We tell the kids at our kids' church all the time when they're giving to missions for BGMC, we always tell them that don't worry if it's pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters, or dollars. It can be stretched, and if it's stewarded properly, it can reach a lot of people. Same thing with your donation here tonight with our 2023 sponsorship drive at the Gathering Place, benefiting our Meals on Wheels program. Do you have more? You have more. All right. We got some more donations here. Win Stone, thank you so much for your donation. Valerie Arvin. Hey, you got my first name and your last name are the same. Arvin Rhodes and Valerie Arvin. That's cool. So, and then we also have Vicki Gibson. Miss Vicki. Oh, I know Miss Vicki. Thank you, Miss Vicki, so much for your donation. Thank you so much for that. Our next drawing, we're going to be giving away those passes. And I think that some of you may be coming on just now or just now tuning in. Butler Apothecary added a little bit to the giveaway incentives for these scented candles. I mean, you take it off, it smells like, it's just, you want to eat the wax. You just want to get a spoon and you just want to start digging in there and eating that. So we just want to make sure that you all, we want to give back to you. And it's not just about our homebound meals. It's also about our congregate meals too, because we have people that will come in here every day, and they will come in here and they will eat a meal. There's no cost to them for this. We do ask if they are able to give a suggested donation of $1.50. Some give, some don't, but it's okay, because our mission is to feed people. The same way with our homebound meals, our mission is to feed people, give food security to those that can't secure food anymore. Our seniors that are homebound, they can't get out for different reasons, but we know that when we help them, we're helping them with their quality of life. We're giving them opportunity to be able to have a good, nutritious meal at least once a day. It could be a medication issue. Maybe because you've ever looked at your medication bottle, it says take with food. Sometimes that's the only time that they have an opportunity to take their medication properly is with that food. They could have metabolic issues like diabetes. that where they have to eat on a regular basis, and this is their lifeline. So sometimes it matters. So the little things matter so much. So when you call in at 270-827-2948, you're helping them. You're extending your hands through us to them, and you're bridging the gap and bringing community to their doorstep. And so that's kind of the theme tonight. We want to make sure that everyone that gives tonight understands that you're not just helping us just raise a bar set for a certain amount for any reason, because it has a purpose and it's going to a good cause where we're feeding seniors all over Henderson County. And so don't forget that number is 270-827-2948. There are other ways that you can give other than calling in, but we want to give our phone operators something to do. So if you'll call in that number at 270-827-2948, or you can go to our webpage at tgphenderson.org. There's a donate button there in the top banner. If you'll click on that, it takes you to our PayPal page where you can select the amount that you want to donate. Painless process. You'll just kind of go through there and enter a little information from your credit card. Secure PayPal website. Money comes to us, to our bank. So don't think that you're not getting the money to us, because it will come to us. I can guarantee you that. I also wanted to reach out to a couple other. I think they're stepping up to me. We got two more donations coming in here. Thank you so much. We have Miss Sandy. She's over there answering a phone. She's over answering the phone, writing checks at the same time. Miss Sandy, thank you so much. You just keep do that all night long. You just write checks all night long. And we also have Lloyd Culberth, my buddy Lloyd. If you saw him, you would think he was looking at me. Anyways, me and him, we play the bass together at church, not at the same time, obviously, but we do that together. We've been good friends for a really long time. Thank you so much, Mr. Lloyd, for bringing in that money, and Miss Sandy over there working and writing checks. We've also got a couple. Oh, there's that phone ringing. I just love hearing that. Kind of like, anybody ever watch Peanuts? And you remember Lucy? She's out there. She's always giving advice behind her little stand. Is like advice for a nickel or nickels. She got all sidetracked because Charlie Brown put his nickel in there and she shook it, and when he was asking for advice, but she didn't listen because all she could hear was that nickel rattling in that coffee can, and that's the best she could do. But we promise you that we won't get distracted. We're going to put your money to use and make it work for us. But so far in some of our giveaways, Buddy and Velma Sheets, you have won our package of our restaurant gift cards. Miss Pam Mitchell, you have won a movie night basket donated by myself and my wife, Suzanne. That's going to be fun. There's a $25 gift card in there and a bunch of candy, so that's just going to be a lot of fun. We also have this half hour. We may just go ahead and do two, because our friends at Butler Apothecary brought those wonderful smelling candles in here. They look like they'll burn for 2 weeks. I don't know how long they'll burn for, but they'll burn for a really long time. So we also have, don't forget, we've got each donation tonight is going to be entered into the draw. And if you saw just earlier, I had brought over a original acrylic painting from a local artist, Ginger Adams. She has painted this wonderful floral scene, and we're going to draw that on May the 4th. May the 4th be with you to help you remember that. Maybe we can get Darth Vader in here to maybe donate, to draw that out. I don't know. He might get his lightsaber out and go to work on us, but we can ask him. I don't know. So anyways, but something else that I wanted to remind you all is that of that connection. It's not just the meals that we give. It's also that connection and that bonding and that friendship with the client and the meal driver. We have so many clients that will call in and they will say, "I just love my driver." We have 4 wonderful drivers, and I'm going to mention them by name. We got Kathy Mannion, Kathy Shearer, we have Bill Brown, and we have Linda Whitledge. If you know these people in the community, let me tell you what, they don't get paid anywhere near what they're worth. Their value is way, way above rubies and gold. I can tell you that right now, because these people really care about their clients. They tell us all the time about things that's going on in their lives, and their clients will call in. Sometimes they'll write letters of praise, and they'll send a little donation in there sometimes. But above all that, they are family to these clients, and they are missed when they're not there, when they go on vacation or they're sick. They always ask, because a lot of times I'll fill in, or we'll have some sub-drivers fill in, and they always say, well, where's Miss Linda, or where's Miss Kathy? And we'll say, well, they're sick today, or they're on vacation. So, well, you tell them to get back out here, because I want to see them. And, a lot of times that's the relationships that they will build together. And, it is all about family and community, and that's what we want to do. Some of the information about our meals that we actually serve is these meals are actually there. We have a program that we work through Greenville Area Development District in the state of Kentucky, Dale Department of Age and Independent Living. We have a new dietitian that balances these meals out and their caloric intake and all the technical things that are in there. So these meals are not just anything. They're actually measured for their nutritional value. And so those are incredible things that go on there. And there's a lot of moving parts, a lot of things that go on with this. And I'm looking over there, and we got 2 lines open. We've got 2 lines open. People, make those phones ring. They need something to do. 270-827-2948. Come on, you can do this. We can make this happen tonight. But don't be discouraged. I want you to know, do not be discouraged. If you don't get in here and call us and connect with us over these 2 hours, don't think that you cannot give. You can give. We actually did a mailer a couple weeks ago. We have people that will call in and they'll give donations. They'll walk in, they'll send it by mail. You do not have to do it tonight, and that the window is closed. You can donate to us 365 days a year, and if you want it to go towards our 2023 sponsorship drive, just denote that on your check, or when you call in with your credit information, or however it is that you would like to do that. Just make sure you donate that, because we're going to send you a letter of thanks, and we just want to acknowledge what you've done for us and for the community that we are serving together, because it's all about us together. Don't forget that we spend a lot of money doing this, and I know that we're talking about money because that's what we're doing. We're raising money for this, but I want to go beyond that. I want to go and tell you just how much that our community, when we link together and we serve together, we're able to do more than a single person can. When we have a rope that's by itself, it's broken easily, but when we have multiple cords together, it makes it strong. That's what it says in the Bible, that's for sure, and I think it's pretty good advice no matter what. So anyways, I wanted to kind of go over a couple more things because we're getting really close. Man, time goes by so fast. It goes by so fast. Matter of fact, our video man, he's going to go over there and he's going to take a real quick picture. I'm going to describe, because he's going to go over to our donation table super quick, and I want you to actually see some of the prizes and some of the things that we're going to be giving away. What we're going to do is any amount that is given tonight, any amount, you are entered in the drawings, in the 30-minute drawings, and at the end of the night, everyone is still going to be in for the UK basket. There's a bunch of UK swag, a couple tickets for a game at Rupp Arena. You can pick the game that you want. So over there on the table, you're going to see there's an envelope laying on the table that was for our restaurants and the movie basket, and there's Home Place of Henderson. There's the candles from Butler Apothecary. There is the beautiful, beautiful picture of original acrylic of the floral from Ginger Adams, a local artist here in town. Beautiful. Actually, we have a couple more that are in my office, and I'm going to get them mounted on the walls. But there's people come in all the time. There's like, who did this? And we tell them, and they're wonderful. So those pictures, and you can see that on Facebook. They're going to once he gets settled in, he gets a couple still shots. He's actually going to put that information and those photos actually on the WSON Facebook page, and you can also find it on the Gathering Place Facebook page. You can take a look and see what you're giving and what you're going for. It's not about the prizes. It's not about the gifts. It's not about the sponsorships, the people that sponsor the gifts that they give. It's about helping your community and push that ball forward together, because we know that the cost of everything has risen. We know this. I know this. You know this. You can see it in your checkbook. You can see it in your bank accounts. The dollars don't go as far as they used to. The same is true to us, for us here at the Gathering Place and other nonprofits in our region. But tonight, it's about you reaching out a helping hand for our seniors in Henderson County. We just want you to know that everything is appreciated. The phone is ringing. Please, there are challenges out there for our fiscal court, for our bingo players, for our line dancers. I issued a challenge to all the businesses that haven't given yet. Reach out to us and give us your best donation that you can, because I know that together we can reach our goal. And don't forget, if you don't get us at 270-827-2948 tonight during this 2-hour window, you can always call us here anytime. That number is our main number coming into the Gathering Place. You can go online at tgphenderson.org and you can hit that donate button. Go to our page right now, smash that like, smash that share, get it out to, because that's the quickest way. Social media, we can reach thousands of people just in a few minutes if you'll take just a minute or two to smash that like and that share button. We got a little bit more coming in here. We're getting really Gigi Gentry reports that calls are going to voicemail. Keep calling back. Okay, that is really, really good. So if our operators, if you see those lights blinking, make sure that you hit those things. They're going to voicemail, so we'll make sure. But Miss Gigi Gentry, $50. Thank you so much, Miss Gigi. She's one of our partners. She actually manages Red Bank's Regency over off of Kimsey Lane, which they have hacked that road now, working on our road extension and bypass to our new bridge. Hopefully one day we'll be able to actually put some wheels on that thing. But we're about a minute or so away from our next break. I hope you got an opportunity to watch me demonstrate on how we package and what all these materials and all the coolers and the bags and everything that you see. This is what we're raising money for, is to get that 12-month supply secured by raising our $25,000. That is the estimate that I believe will get us through the next 12 months. And so we can only do it with your help and by calling 270-827-2948. If you'll give us a call and bless us with your finances, we will do our best to steward that money. And it looks like we're getting ready to the top of the hour. We're going to draw. I think we're going to draw. We got one more on the phone. We'll extend just a little bit longer. One more on the phone. And we're going to do another drawing for that Family of Five pass for the Habitat for Humanity 5K pass. And Greg Busby just walked in here, and Butler Apothecary. They brought in a box full of these candles. I want to just cut them open and eat them. They just taste so good. I mean, they smell like they would taste good. I don't even know. I don't know. So anyways, but we got Miss Sandy over the phone. Earlier, Sandy, she's over there answering the phones, and she's writing checks out, donating, and answering the phone all at the same time. I don't even know how she's doing it, but anyway, she's doing it. Our friends out at Best One Tire, they are big, big givers for our community. They always help us out on our nighttime bingos and things like that. They sponsor that all the time. I tell you what we'll do. Back at the top of our next segment, we'll do that drawing, and I'll announce who they are. But for now, 270-827-2948. Call us. Don't delay. Don't wait. But if you do miss us, you can always look at the podcast. You can go back and click on the video. And you can call us at any time, 270-827-2948, to make donations for 2023 Supported Senior Sponsorship Drive. Thank you.
W243CU and W300ED Henderson. Also heard on WHS HD3 Newburgh, a service of Henson Media.
Jessica's supposed to be here, but I bet her mom $20 that I'm going to be riding solo. Okay. All right. Because my mouth is dry as a bone.
Okay, we've heard that girls at Reed Field, but I was like, oh my gosh, you're like walking and you know.
Okay. I think we have 13. Drew, have you got to make sure you get everybody in once since this is the last segment. So you may want to do 5 here instead of 4. Would that be right, Drew? You'd have 5 more left to get through the sports club sheet one time? Okay. I think what we got to do, I was telling Chris, I think next year, Bill, we need to do it in the morning. We need to do it like 8 to 10 or 9 to 11. Yeah, yeah.
Not a bad idea at all.
People coming right after the morning show.
It'll still trickle in, but
Yeah.
Choose a number between 1 and 46. 16. 16. Oh, that would be Mr. Roy Fulham.
You won again.
He's a winner, chicken dinner. All right, do another one.
Okay, 22.
How many numbers do we have in there?
Okay, well, somebody, okay, this is what, just as how somebody numbered it, 20, 21, 20, 21, 22. That would be Jessica.
Go say 30.
Okay, great.
Get in 30, yeah. 30 to 46? Yeah. 33. Penny Burger. There you go. Oh, yay!
Here we go, Bill.
Where do you want this? Bill,
Do what?
do you want this too? This is the one that she was quoting on to you.
Well, welcome back. This is our last segment. Mr. Greg Busby, he has jumped in here and is going to. I told him, I said earlier, I said you might have to pinch hit.
I'm in. I'm ready to knock it out
That's
of the
right.
park.
That's
I'm
right.
ready to hit a home
Because the
run.
base is loaded. It's 2 outs, 2 strike, and 3 balls. And Penny Burger. She
got your candles.
She got the candles, and these. I'm telling you, these things are one. And Roy Pullum, you have won the Family of 5 passes for the Habitat of Humanity run. I think they may go to someone else, but I know that he's a winner.
Pay that one forward.
He may pay that one forward, as it were. Yeah. Actually, I have rolled over earlier in the second segment. I actually was demonstrating our portion cups, and this other one that I wanted to kind of demonstrate. This is our bread bagger, as we call it. You can actually bag all kinds of things in it. But typically, every morning when we usually will get a dinner roll or a piece of cornbread or some sliced bread or something like that, and we use this particular machine. And what this machine has done for us as far as speed, we used to use open-ended gusset bags. They were sealed on one end. They were open. We'd have to put the bread in there, and then we have to take time and time. And it would take somewhere around 30 minutes or so to make that process happen. What this machine has done for us is, the 100 meals or so that we do, one person can do this in about 10 or 12 minutes.
Wow.
It has cut down the time so quick, and our partner at Oliver, they have really helped us, and it cost us so much less money. I mean, we're down to just a little bit of money. I think, matter of fact, I even have a typo on there because I forgot that was the old Ziploc bags on my thing. It's about a penny. One of those is about a penny, and it cuts down on 20 to 30 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes of labor instead of going something else. But I'm gonna. I've already checked the length earlier, and I'm going to stand up and I'm going to show how to do it. I'm going to bag this cup.
Okay.
Is what I'm going to do.
Explain that too while you're doing it for the,
I will.
For the
I'm
radio
going
audience.
to. So
And
those
if you're on the live stream, I
that's
appreciate
right.
Chris Staples.
That's right.
In our video coverage.
That's
tonight.
right. He's doing that.
So kind of explain what
That's
you're doing
right.
here.
So what we do is for the radio audience. This is a small machine. It's on top of a cart. I would say it's probably roughly 12 inches square, and it has a stack of plastic bags. And what we do is when we turn it on, it has a blower, and this blower inflates the bag.
It's blowing up the bag.
It's blowing up the bag. So you can already see where the time saving has come in on this, and those that are seeing on the live stream can see this, but on the radio audience, it inflates the bag. If you've ever watched How It's Made,
Right.
Love that show, where they do the blow molds of like, say, the Walmart T-shirt bags, that kind of thing. Same kind of process. You'll take the roll or whatever it is, and you drop it in there. So now it's a bag. And
Bagged item.
It's a bagged item.
You pinched it off.
You pinch it off, and you give it a couple little twists to where it's kind of compact. And then there's this tape. If anybody my age or older has ever went to the butcher store and they would package things off, they used to use the red sticky tape,
right,
when they would like do chubs of meat or whatever. Same thing for our radio audience. And what you do is you'll make a couple twists in there, and you'll run this thing down through the tape, and it seals it.
There you go.
And it's sealed just like that. So they can do this. The 100 bags of bread, literally one person, 10, 12 minutes, it's done. And this saves so much time and so much effort. We really appreciate it. The cost savings is incredible with this machine. One of my personal favorites. I love demonstrating it. I like using it. Sometimes I'll even go in the office if I got time, and I'll go down there and bag bread, because I think it's fun.
I did notice we are just under $5,000. We're almost ready to hit a new mark. We're at 4,500. So we want to make sure we get this last 500 in the last 20 minutes. $500 in the last 20 minutes is all we need. The number to call, 270-827-2948. 270-827-2948. Here at the Gathering Place, it's the support of Senior Telethon, in particular this year, the Meals on Wheels program. As Bill mentioned, 35,000 meals go out to Hendersonians, Henderson County each year, and this is what we want from you. We need some help get us to 5,000 and beyond in this final 20 minutes. 270-827-2948. WSON will do this in this final 20 minutes. Here's what we'll do to those local businesses.
Here we go.
Local businesses.
Okay.
If you pledge $300 or more, we will give you that $300 in value of advertising. That's 25 30-second commercials on WSON.
You can't beat that.
So any business, we're calling out businesses right now.
Yep.
If they donate $300 or more in the next 20 minutes, we will donate that advertising to that business, 25 commercials, whenever they'd like to use sometime here in 2023. I know there's some political candidates out there. We can't use it for political, but we can use it for our current sponsors.
Well, we got local restaurants, businesses of all types.
It's great for new businesses. If you have a business or know someone who does, call them right now. Tell them to donate $300 or more in the next 20 minutes, and we'll give them $300 worth of advertising.
So now they're going to get something. They're even getting more for their money. They're getting more. It's always, and you get, it's just like the potato peeler that comes at the end of the commercial. And there's more.
270-827-2948. I think I've got a chance to listen to it a little bit throughout the time, and I mean, Roy Pullum a winner tonight, but maybe the best pitch man of all time. He was fantastic. I love how Roy said, donate tonight and you'll go to bed happy.
There you go.
Donate the next 25 minutes. Your business is going to be happy. We're going to get some customers to your door and to your service.
I mean, that's a huge value. That's a no-brainer for our business, our local businesses. $300 worth of advertising. It goes on top of the impact of the money going to the business here at the Gathering Place of serving our seniors in the community. They're homebound, Greg. They don't have, a lot of them don't have, they're isolated. They don't have anybody but that driver that comes. The food security that comes along with the donations that are made, because we're able to package those meals, put them in vehicles, and take them all over the county. I think we got something else here. Okay, we got a question here. Is this for me or? Oh, okay, when can you pick up the stuff? When can you pick up the stuff? One person is in town tonight. So, okay, just stop by. If the door's unlocked, if the lights are on, we're home. If the lights are off, we're not. So, otherwise, you can come by the office anytime, Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, and you can pick up your prize that you've won in the drawings. I'm with you, Greg. I think there's no way that we leave that $5,000 mark just out there dangling. There's
That's
no,
right.
there's
Let's
just
get
no
'em in.
way. Let's do it. I mean, WSON has extended that offer for local businesses. $300 or more, you get the advertising dollar. You get that value in advertising dollars. That's huge. I mean, you're going to be able to advertise your business, whether it's new or old, existing or just coming up. It's going to be helpful to you in the ways that you do it. We also have some other sponsors that kind of go. They're like rock solid. Independence Bank is one of our big sponsors. They help us all the time. Jim down there at Liberty Square, they help us out. Corey Bridges is one of our board members, and he advocates for us. And they really reach out and help us in a lot of different ways when we need equipment and things like that. There's so many intangibles that go in. I just wanted to touch base with some of those that haven't been spoke to tonight, but they do a really good job for us, and they're so helpful. We got so many of those board members, like it was mentioned by Roy and Sheldon, the city manager Buzzy Newman, he's on our board, and Dylan Ward, he's on our board. So it never hurts to have people in the community, especially in our administrative leadership, that support this program. So I would say, wouldn't you think that if the city backs us and supports us, do you think it's a safe place to
I would
support?
say, yeah, it's no question a safe place. And there, this is a great community. There's so many great organizations, nonprofits to give to. And a lot of people give, a lot of businesses give, but it's a special night when you talk about the seniors, and I liked how
That's
Sheldon kind of mentioned, you may be like me, you may be early 40s, you may be Chris over there in his 50s. I won't say how close to 60, but
that's right. We got to stick together, Chris.
Yeah, that's right. He got a chuckle out of him right there. But the senior center is a place for everyone, but especially those seniors. The senior games are my favorite thing. I like it. What a cool thing to do. That's so much fun.
Every year in
that's
September,
a part of it.
That's such a lot of fun.
Yeah, a great event for the seniors that we kind of announce the winners and things like that on the air. So all kinds of great programs, but maybe none more important than the program we're trying to support tonight. The Meals on Wheels. I mean, it literally and can save lives. You mentioned that person going day by day may find someone that's it's fallen and can't get up, or that's ill, or
that's right.
This, I'm sure it already has.
Yeah,
I'm sure it already has. Yeah,
it has. It's happened multiple times just in my tenure. I've been here. I'm working on my 5th year. Believe it or not, time has gone by super fast. But many times, we've gotten calls from drivers that will say, "Hey, so and so has they've fallen, or I can't raise them." So we may send out a PD or the sheriff's department to do a welfare check, and we find them in distress sometimes.
Yeah.
Occasionally they forget to tell us, "Oh, I had a doctor's appointment," and it happens. But you know what? That's a safety net. That is a safety net for them to realize that, hey, there is someone out there that's checking on me, not making sure that I am safe and I'm being taken care of.
They have a donation coming in there.
Oh, did we now? We sure do. We have another donation from Timothy Crawley. Timothy Crawley, thank you so much for your donation to the Gathering Place and for our 2023 sponsorship drive. And don't forget, when there's a couple things that all of our donated prizes tonight, every last one of them, you're eligible for any of them. And the coup de grace, the very end, the big show, as it were, the show is the UK basket of swag. And in that is a 2-person ticket to Rupp Arena.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Next season should be a good one.
It should be.
A lot of great players coming in, and some good ones will be coming back. So
I know it.
The expectations are going to be high, as they should be, and get to see the Wildcats next year.
I know it. I mean, and I personally have never been to Rupp Arena.
Oh, it's fantastic.
I never have. But
if you're from Kentucky and you're a really just a Kentuckian, you need to make a trip to Rupp Arena. It's kind of like one of those.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things you just need to do it, right?
So we know we got a 50 in, so we know we're at least 450, maybe 400 away from 5,000.
Right, that's it. We're
with
that
15
close.
Minutes left. So
give
us a call.
Come on, Henderson.
270-827-2948. 270-827-2948. to support a senior here at the Gathering Place. Again, any business listing right now. If you donate $300 or more, we'll match that $300 donation and give you 25 ads on WSON to use sometime this year. So a shout out to those businesses. Give these ladies a call at 270-827-2948 in this last 15 minutes. As you said, it's kind of 2 for 1. You can feel good about yourself and the business.
That's right.
Public outreach and
That's
PR
right.
for your business.
That's right.
We'll announce your business here on the air, and then WSON in turn will give you 25, 30-second commercials, a $300 value to use sometime. So we'll leave your name when you call in. Leave your name, and we'll contact you.
Yep.
And when we get you set up, we'll get that check to Bill and the Senior Center. So
that's
what
perfect.
a better way to do it.
That's perfect. Thank you so much for extending that offer to our listeners and our viewers tonight, Greg. I always enjoy working with WSON on all kinds of projects. I love coming in to do Speak Up, and I just like being a part of this community. Bill was always a lot of fun. We kind of went back and forth quite a bit, and I really enjoyed my time last Wednesday. It was a lot of fun, and I appreciate you supporting us and helping us in our goals to reach the next year. I know that it seems like we have talked about it a lot, but it's so important that we really need to emphasize one more time of why we're doing it. So call it at 270-827-2948 to make your donations. There are a lot of people out there. What if they don't see the live stream? Is there any way that they'll be able to say, man, I totally forgot about that? Is there any way they can go back and into archive footage or even in the podcast on the radio?
Absolutely. That'd be definitely on our Facebook page, really moments after we go off the air live. It'll stay archived on our Facebook page. Just scroll down and get to it. So we'll have that. And actually, Chris and I were talking about that earlier tonight. That'll be up minutes after we're off. And, just get down here, call you guys. And you got the web, donate now with the website.
Yep.
The
TGPHenderson.org. Smash that donate button. It'll take you to our secure PayPal page. You can put in any amount. You can put it down, whatever you want to. And I know there's donors out there. They could write it. There are people in our community right now that can write a check, and we can wrap this thing up. We can turn the lights out, and we can go on.
That's right.
But I want to give everybody, every Hendersonian, and everybody that's listening, even in the extended audience, because the WSON app, you can be anywhere. It's web driven. You can click it. I have a real good friend of mine in Springfield, Missouri, that he is a station manager at a local Christian radio station there. I listen to him all the time. My daughter goes to school there, so we became friends that way. And it's technology is pretty awesome because you can do those things, and you can touch apps, and you can be and instantaneously be 3,000 miles away.
Yeah, and that's what we're in the business of touching people, touching lives, touching potential customers for our clients, those that sponsor on WSON, and like tonight's situation, touching the community and helping the community. So we're glad to do it. And again, the number 270-827-2948. 10 minutes left. Let's get to the 5,000.
They're over there chit chatting. They're over there chit chatting again.
Yeah.
I mean, give them something to do. Ring that phone 270-827-2948. Come on, can you? Are you? Let's hear it over there. I would like to give them a hand. All of our volunteers have been working tonight. We got people over there doing our totals as they come in. We got people that are running the cards back and forth from the telethon, from the phone table over to there. They're bringing things over to us. They're keeping us entertained by clapping and doing all these things and reminding us why we do what we do. It is not. We really do. This place is a family. The Gathering Place is a family. We don't want it to be Henderson's hidden gem anymore. We want it to be out in public, and we want people to have a lot of awareness of what goes on, because it's not even just about meals, Greg. We have so many programs. We have advocacy. We have friendly visiting. People that can, sometimes they just need somebody to come over and say hi. We telephone reassurance. We give them a call, say, hey, how have you been? Are you doing okay? Is there anything we can do for you? Anything that we can help you with? Advocacy, helping them maybe reach out to a service that they need. Maybe if it's home health or if it's a personal care, or if it's some help in the house, we can direct them that way. Our transportation services will easily do over 100 transports a month, each month. And Kim is our transportation specialist. She does that. You just call in the same number that you're calling in tonight, 270-827-2948. You ask for Kim, and you can schedule it anywhere from 8 to 2, Monday through Friday, anywhere in Henderson County. She'll get you there. But let's not forget why we're doing what we're doing is we're trying to extend our hands, the hands of our listeners and the hands of those that help us, through us, to our community, and being able to help them and with food security. And because let's face it, it's tough everywhere. It truly is. I mean, dollars don't go as far as they used to, but everything has gone up. It affects everything. But we know that the sacrificial giving, every person that is given tonight is on one of these donation cards. We know that they could have chosen to do anything with their money.
Good point. Yeah,
they've chosen to do anything with their money, and they chose to give it to us and sow it into this worthwhile program and organization. If you miss tonight, if you miss our 2-hour window that we're live streaming and broadcasting with you, it doesn't mean that they can't give. They can call at any time, 270-827-2948. Any day. You can, even if we're not here, leave a message. We'll get back with you. You can do it anytime, 24/7 online. You can give that way. You can go to our Facebook page. There's links there to donate, and there's also links to go to our. There's all kinds of connecting ways for you to give. And you may just forgot about it. It happens. I mean, there's all kinds. There's ball games going on.
People are out eating dinner right now.
It's just like, oh man, I totally forgot.
Yeah, yep. All kinds of things.
But speaking of eating dinner, next Tuesday there is another opportunity for him to give.
I remember that. Tell us about that.
I will. Next Tuesday, April the 18th, from the hours of 5 to 9 p.m., our friends at Talkaholics. It's a give back night. They are going to give back 15% of the takes that night, whether it be dine in or carry out or drive through pickup. 15% of the takes for that 4-hour window, they're going to give back to the gathering place to go towards our drive. So we may not get there tonight, but who knows? Who knows?
That's all day too, right? That's
it's from
lunch
5,
and dinner.
No, it's just supper time. It's
okay.
5 to 9.
Okay,
it's 5 to 9. And
you can still go for lunch and come back for dinner.
That's right. That's right. I told all my friends. I said, hey, remember next Tuesday night you're going to want Mexican food, and when you want Mexican food, you want to make sure that you go to Talkaholics down there on First Street, just by the post office. And listen, cram the doors, people.
People may forget. I recently had a chance to try Talkaholics award-winning chili. Now, I know it's warming up, and it's kind of getting out of chili season, but, won the big Downtown Henderson Chili Award at Talkaholics.
Wow.
So, pretty good.
Yeah. Their combo
Tostitos, or the chips, the nacho chips.
I mean, I'm never hungry when my entree comes.
There you go.
I'm
exactly,
never hungry.
Yeah. Exactly,
the queso and all that. So don't forget, 270-827-2948. That's the number to call to give tonight. We can do this with your help.
5 minutes to go.
That's all we got is 5 minutes. We're going to be drawing here in just a minute because we're wrapping up. If you want in these last few minutes to get in to qualify for our UK basket, our Henderson home place of Henderson basket, there's all kinds of Henderson swag from down there at the depot. I hear the phone ringing. They're all snatching for the handle.
They're all 5 minutes. I like it.
Let's go.
Ready.
That's right. Let's do it. So we got that, and we also have don't forget, every donation gets you a ticket, an entry to go into our drawing on May the 5th for our acrylic floral from Ginger Adams.
It's probably give a great chance to win those UK basketball tickets. We have had several call-ins over there, so it's not not going to be too easy, but hey, get in. If you donate any amount, you're in the drawing for those
amount.
UK tickets.
Any amount. I mean, it's probably a $300 to $400 value.
Exactly.
Just the tickets alone, I think they're like $130 a piece value.
Right.
Because these are season pass ticket seats. These aren't
good.
These aren't upper bowl.
No,
these are downstairs.
Lower arena
where you can get hit with the basketball if it goes out wild. That's where you're at.
Yeah.
So 270-827. We're getting down to it. We've only got like 3.5 minutes.
270-827-2948.
Call
270-827-2948. Support us, Senior Telethon. Just a few minutes left.
That's all we got
Again,
left.
if you are a business, we have about 3 minutes left for you to call. If you make a donation of $300 or more, WSON will give you $300 worth of advertising, 25 30-second commercials in partnership with our good friends here at the Gathering Place and Bill Rhodes, and special thanks to what you do.
Well,
Getting close to 5,000, and we need that too. See, I think we're maybe $450 away. Maybe this would be it. Put it in right now.
I mean, who knows? I mean, they could be getting like a 10K.
Who wants to come in last?
Right.
Who wants to come in and
That's
get
right.
in? Get in this last minute. Get into the drawing for the
Slide
tickets.
in.
Go
Just
Big
slide
Blue. You're supporting a senior.
Yeah.
You're supporting Henderson. And I thought, also Sheldon and Roy made great points that, if you may have had a family member that's used the services of the Gathering Place, or you may even use it yourself.
Right.
We've got some donations from those folks as well.
That's right.
What a perfect way just to say thanks to the senior in your life who
That's
may
right.
haven't. But
That's
hey,
right.
go down and check it out. A lot of great things to do, a lot of services, as you mentioned. So
Yep.
a perfect way to kind of honor them as well.
Yeah. And we just recently, just a kind of another incentive, we just recently restored a couple of our pool tables.
Nice.
Yes, and I'm gonna tell you something. You can't slop them in. You gotta shoot it. So if you're a billiard player, that's one of our games that we do during the senior games too.
Right.
We have 9-ball tournament. We have 8-ball tournament.
The washers are kind
The
of my old
washers.
school
We
fun
got
game.
cornhole.
Yep.
We got. It's just I can't wait. The money that we raise, if we go beyond just our packaging. It goes to so many valuable services of this community, keeping seniors healthy, keeping them moving, keeping them connected. The more the studies have shown, the more we stay active in our older years, the longer our life is, the better our quality of life is. There's so many benefits to it. Being able to give back to some of this. We're always looking for younger old people. Greg, we're always looking for younger old people. That's the way I like to do it because I'm kind of starting to get there, and so I want to soften the blow the best I can. So when I'm actually officially old, I'm not. It's never going to happen. I tell them that I work in kids' church at our church, and I said, "Well, I'm never getting old enough to go to big church. It's never happening.
It's just a number. Right?
It's just a number. That's right.
Yeah.
So remember 270-827-2948.
Just a couple minutes left.
That's
Call us
all
right
we
now.
have. I really would like to get to that $5,000 mark. They're on the phones right now. They're taking in some donations.
Need a couple more. I think we need a couple more in, but let's get them in right now.
That's all we need.
Support a senior. Here we go.
They're hitting buttons now.
I like it. We like the buzzer beaters,
We
Bill.
do.
We
We
talked
do.
about the Wildcats.
We
want
do.
to see some buzzer beaters.
Reminds me of Tony Delk back in the day, man. Buzzer beater. If he was on the court, he was in range.
Tony
man.
Delk 00. Let's put a 1, 2, or 3 in front of that jersey number.
All
Get
those
them in the
K's,
last minute.
and just all those 3-pointers up there on the rail. Just there are like 50 of them across. It seemed like sometimes.
I think I would love to see one more caller right now, and I think we'd have all 3 operators going. So that would be awesome too.
Yeah,
we'll get these last donations coming in here. We'll get those names to you. But again, 270-827-2948. We are up against the clock. About a minute left.
That's all we got.
We talked about the billiard tables, Bill, but I'm just waiting for you to get your bowling alley here in the seniors.
Man, boy, I would love that because I'm a big bowler. I like to do that.
I saw you in the coolest place about a year ago. I was going off and I saw Bill in the Nashville airport. We were getting on the same plane to go out to Las Vegas.
It was.
And I said, "Are you going out to lose some money, Bill?" And he's like, "Well, no, I hope to win some, but I'm just doing some bowling in Las Vegas."
That's right. Yeah,
so that was we talked about your bowling.
I totally forgot about that. That was a lot of fun.
You always see somebody out
it's
there.
One of my favorite things to do. A friend of mine, we go out. Our goal is to get our 20-year pin. I've got 8 years. He's got 10 years. So I missed a couple just for this and that, but I enjoy it. I would love to have down there.
Even maybe add to the senior game now with the Diamond Lanes Echo now in town.
We got
cool to bring something like that back.
We're hoping that we could connect. We weren't able to connect last year, but hopefully this year we can connect with Diamond Lane Echo and bring our senior games because there was a lot. Miss Connie, actually, our board secretary, she won that back in 19. She won that arms up. She's like, yeah, gold medal. That's right.
We need to get these last names.
Here we go.
Here we go. Last names on here. We'll make sure we get these last 2 and maybe 3. I know there's somebody's on the phone right now, so. As long as somebody on the phone, we'll keep it right here.
That's right.
So if we get those phones lighting up, we don't mind staying a bit later.
All right. So Christy Osborne, thank you so much for your donation. Let's see. Let me do the quick math. 100. That's 225 right there, Greg. So we're at
I think we're
47,
close. I think
75.
right.
We're so close.
And have one operator still taking a pledge.
Yep,
And,
got one now. So we got a couple that are open. Call in right now. Keep them busy.
270-827-2948.
$100 more. Jessica,
I think we've got to be near or
that
at
means like we're
5,000,
like
maybe
at
a little bit more.
$150 away if my math is right. $150. That is,
Get it in
we're
right now.
there.
Be
Do
the
it.
hero. Who
That's
wants
right.
to be the hero?
That's right. Be the hero. We'll call
Who
your
wants
name
to
out
hit the
live on the
game-winning
air.
shot? Who
That's
wants to
right.
be the,
That's right. Do what?
I think we're
That's what
at,
we're
gotta
so
be
there. If
near
you
it.
add all this together and that right there, we're like at $48.50. That's how $150 away. $150 away from that.
And one pending. And like
Yeah,
I
and we
said,
got one
as
pending.
long as they're on the phone, we'll stay on the air. Again, the number 270-827-2948. Support a senior for the Gathering Place that benefits the Meals on Wheels program.
150.
That may be your 150.
Is
Bill,
that it?
may be your 150.
Was that our 150?
Now that was the 100.
Oh, that's the 100. Don't get me excited like that. Don't get me excited like that. My cardiologist would not like it.
So that's
Don't get
100
me
over there?
excited. Yeah. Oh,
Here we
phone's
go.
ringing.
I think
That's
to
ringing.
my-
Extra innings. Two lines at once. No, they were racing.
I think we are 125 away. I think we're
125
$125 away.
That's easy. $125. 120. Uh-oh.
Who's the hero?
We're negotiating. We're negotiating right now.
She asked how far are they away.
That's the kind of calls that you want to hear. Uh-oh.
There we
They
go.
just did it. They just did. We're going to find out who that. Patty Morris, thank you so much for your $100. Sam's. Sam
Lingerfeld,
Oh,
the
my
hero.
goodness. My hero. $125.
How appropriate. A firefighter,
There
a
you go.
true hero right there. And then
Listen,
a hero today.
we step up. We step
I
up.
mean-
That's $5,000 tonight. Everybody in this community, thank you so much for stepping up. 270-827-2948. You can call. It doesn't matter if it's live or not. We will take your telephone calls 5 days a week, 8 to 4. You can get on our tgphenderson.org or our webpage, smash that donate button, like, share, get on WSON. You can look at the archive footage. You can get on the Gathering Place, look at the archive footage, find out where we're at. We're going to, whenever we're done and when we go off the air, we're still going to make some drawings. We will post those on WSON and the Gathering Place's Facebook page. If you're curious if you want or not and you called in, just do so. And if we don't connect with you, we will connect with you soon to get those out because we have 3 more things we're giving away. The Henderson swag bag. We're giving away 2 more things, the Henderson swag and the UK tickets. So we got all that in the pocket ready to go. And also every person that donated tonight is going to be entered into that drawing for that acrylic floral print, floral original painting, not a print, original painting from Ginger Adams, a local artist here in Henderson.
Let's read those names one more time.
Let's do it one more
We got
time.
about 60 seconds left. If
All
anybody
righty.
wants to call, 270-827-2948.
Thank you, Miss.
This is in the last 30 minutes or so.
There we go. Patty Morris, $100.
Thank you, Patty.
Jeff and Beth Francis, $75. Timothy
Great
Crawley,
folks.
$50. Gina Miller, $50. And Christy
Osborne.
Osborne,
Thank you, Christy.
$50. These are awesome. And they're still writing down over there. They're
that's
still
awesome.
writing things
That's
down.
awesome. Good. And Big Sam came through at
Big
the end.
Sam come through, and he was at the plate. Casey at the bat. Now it's Sam at the bat. Bases juiced. We got 2 outs, 2 strikes, 3 balls. What's it going to be? It's a high fastball, and he takes it out over the green monster in left
Speaking
field.
of, we have the Reds coming up next.
That's
That'd be
right.
a great
That's right.
segue.
You're
Bill,
welcome.
into Reds
You're
baseball
welcome for that. I
coming
already
up
knew
next.
they had that in there ready to go for you,
You're the
Greg.
man. You're the man. Thank you so much. Special thanks to Chris Staples, our video producer tonight on the WSON Radio video stream. And you can, I know Jessica shared that on the home place page, just shared on the Gathering Place. But like you said, you may run upon this. You may be watching it now a month from now.
That's right.
This may have popped up on your feed somehow a little
There
bit
you go.
later. You could still go to the Gathering Place to get on. One final note to tell people about, Bill, and you can tell me if it's possible. I know You can maybe sign up for a monthly to be contributed monthly.
You can. You don't have to do one time. You can do it monthly. If $100 or a single gift
like
is too much,
$8.30.
$8.34. I'll go right there and I'll set you up. You give me a little credit card information. It will just come right out for your credit card. It just comes right out. You don't even have to think about it anymore. We've done the math for you, and it'll equal out the end of it. It'll equal out $100. And that's an easy way to give.
Great way to do it.
It's a great way to do it.
Don't have to worry about it.
One Starbucks.
Yep.
That's it. One good Starbucks. I don't know whatever they are. My daughter, she could tell you. I just know it's coffee.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I appreciate it, Greg. Thank you so much
Bill.
for WSON. Thank you for your partnership.
Glad we could help.
Yes, sir. And we just appreciate everyone out in the community. Don't forget 270-827-2948. Click on our webpage. Click on our Facebook page. Smash that donate button and give, like, share.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate it.
All right.
Have a good night.
Awesome.
Enjoy the Reds.
$5,000 raised here at the Gathering Place for Support as Senior. Thank you so much for tuning in. Reds baseball coming up next here on WSON.
Woohoo!
Good night, everybody.